Hey guys, excuse me. Welcome back to my channel. I was just cleansing the space with some Palo Santos and some spirit water. So I will now get into the reading. See what we got today. I'd like to say a happy birthday to anyone that has a birthday today. See what messages Spirit has for us today. I hope everyone's doing well. I did a little self-care this morning and then went to therapy. So I'd say overall it's been a pretty good day. Check some emails. Feeling these intense energy shifts though, I will say that. All right, Spirit, what do we got for our confirmation? If you're new here, I use this affirmation deck as a confirmation deck. Leave it face down until the end of the reading, and it usually ties the reading together pretty well. This one, okay. All right. Then we're going to use the Oracle of Pluto deck. This is a shadow deck, just to see what we need to be working on. Interesting. What we need to be working on as far as our shadow. Get one more shuffle out of this. There we go. All right, what do we got out of this deck, Spirit? Been feeling a lot in my third eye today. Definitely tell that the veil is thinning. Swallow. There's a lot of lightning in that card. Yeah. I love these cards because, it's Pluto. And they're really pretty on the back, too. All right, so we got Swallow. And I'm going to get this deck next, I think. So, since, it's Scorpio season and water sign, I thought we'd use the Healing Waters deck. See what we get out of that. These cards are really pretty, too. All right. What's our healing message? What's our healing message, Spirit? Ooh, too many. I'll take this one, though. Which is interesting because this came out in the pre-shuffle. This is Silky. Come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. This is a new deck for me. too, so not super familiar with it yet, but I would say that's a pretty clear message. It's a really beautiful card, though. Okay, we're going to use the Citadel deck next. I can tell the energy is kind of all over the place. The decks are, I don't know, a little erratic. Yeah, that's way too many, Spirit. Let's try that again. What do we got out of the Citadel deck, please? Wow. Yeah, the energy is just all over the place. Okay. Whew. We're going to try this again. Give it a little bit of a shuffle here. All right. Clear and concise. Clear and concise. What do we need to know? Wow. We need to know here. Got the Musician, inspiration and gratitude. The Herald, small regrets and longing. And the Waker, awareness and reflection. Anything else out of this deck? Yep. The Sleeper. So we got the Waker and the Sleeper. So the Sleeper says cause and effect and clarity, and the Gambler says loss and risks. I feel like there's two energies here. Hold on a second. I feel like the Sleeper goes with the small regrets and longing, and then the Musician and the Waker go together. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let me just put these back. We'll see how the storyline plays out. Okay. What? I feel like there's one more in here for some reason. I feel like we have a pretty concise message happening. The Queen, determination and sacrifice. Okay. I'm going to use this Alchemy Elementals deck. This deck is so large that I cannot shuffle it all at the same time. Plus, I have big hands for a girl, and these cards are so big that it's even hard for me to shuffle them. Okay, let me see if I can. Oh, and I didn't even show you guys these cards, did I? Okay, so inspiration and gratitude. There's an anchor. There's an anchor on this card too. There we go. And the Herald, small regrets and longing. And there's a rabbit and 2 snakes on this card. And some bluebells, maybe? Except they're not blue. They're just white in this card. I think that's what those flowers are. I feel like they're bluebells. Reflection and awareness for the waker. Then we have, we got the gambler in the last reading. 4. So there's 4 cards, and there's the number 4 on the dice. Or sorry, there's 3 on the dice. Loss and risks. Come on. There we go. I'm using a green light this time. I don't know, I just felt like green. And then the sleeper, we also got this one last time, cause and effect and clarity. These cards are really pretty though. And then the queen, determination and sacrifice. I don't know, I'll be interested to see what the book says about those. But I feel like there's 2 energies here. Like I said, it just feels like there's 2. See what I mean about these ginormous cards? So I don't know a lot about swallows, like the bird. A swallowtail. Are they like a brown color? What do we got out of this deck? Spirit. Okay, that one really wants to come out. Water Spring Star. Wow, it's like reflecting the light off the thing too. And there's a circle, and that's kind of cool. That looks cool. Okay. That's number 31 too, just in case. Maybe 31. Maybe you are 31. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Water, Spring, and Sun. Number 30. Lots of water energy, which that makes sense. Scorpio is water. I also have Aries in my chart too, though. Okay, Spirit, land, mountain, and sun. Number 62. Did I show you the other one? I don't remember if I did. Whoa, thank you. Land, animal, star. So this is interesting. I've been getting the bear a lot lately. And this is a bear. So I don't know, maybe you're feeling determined, protective. Also, it looks like his third eye is illuminated. That's how it kind of looks in the card. Land, animal, and star. Interesting. We also got more water. Water, ocean, sun, and water, ocean, earth. Aren't these cards beautiful, though? I just love the artwork. This one almost looks like, I don't know, some kind of a portal. Or something. Or a drop in the pond. Like the ripple effect. Interesting. Okay. All right, let's give me just a second here. Let me see what I got going on. See what I can pull out here. So I'm getting some kind of a storm from this. With, I don't know, it's the lightning, I think, and the clouds. Maybe you just came out of, like, maybe you're on the tail end. Maybe you're on the tail end of a storm. So lots of fire and water energy, I feel like, coming out of this too, though, with the blue and the red. I don't know. We have a lot of water. Like a lot. Even our affirmation card, which I don't want to pick it up because it's face down, and if I turn it, then I'm going to see it, and yeah, I don't want to see it yet. But even the affirmation card, here, let me see if I can turn this. Can you see it? Even it has water and a mermaid. Like there's so much water in this reading. It's pretty outrageous. Okay. Now I feel like I just totally screwed it up. Is that better? Okay. All right, let's dig in. I just can't believe how much water is in this reading. We have, jeez. I mean, awareness could definitely be like intuition, feminine energy there. And then we also have the queen, but the queen is kind of like on guard. You know what I mean? I feel like a queen of swords type of an energy from this. The rabbit Usually when I think of rabbits, I think like fast, fast moving. And I don't know. There's two snakes there. It's almost like maybe somebody had an awakening. Maybe you're going through an awakening. And maybe you are a musician. Come out of hiding, embrace who you really are. I just have to say this. I'm feeling it. If you make music of any kind, and you're doubting that you like don't have what it takes to like make it big or something, I'm getting that, yeah, Spirit's saying, yeah, go for it. Embrace it. Embrace who you are. Don't be afraid to come out and just show the world what you got. I don't know, maybe start small, make a YouTube channel, record your music on there. Yeah, I don't know. I was just feeling that. Okay. So, okay, let's see what the swallow says. Why can I never find it? I can never find these in this book. There it is, 19. Aha, I was right. Hope, optimism, last steps on a journey, and trust. Didn't I say that? I said it's like you're coming out of a storm. Yeah, okay. The swallow has deep ties to sailors and naval companies across the world. In the UK, a sailor earns a swallow tattoo for every 5,000 nautical miles they travel. Interesting. I'll have to ask my grandpa about that because he was in the Navy. Lore among sailors is that seeing a swallow is a sure sign you're approaching land, even if you can't see it yet. It represents the end of the journey back home. The swallow card in this deck represents a similar sentiment, one of hope, optimism, and trust. It is a sure sign that you are nearing the completion of a cycle in some way. Oh, the world. How many times? Oh, the world card, again, coming out a lot lately. Ending of cycles. It's that season, okay? The last steps of this journey are in front of you, even if you can't see them or are having trouble believing they're there. Muster whatever strength and resiliency you can and trust that you have nearly made it. Firstly, I'm just going to say, before I even finish reading this, that Scorpio season is no joke, okay? If you are not a Scorpio and you are not accustomed to the death and rebirth transformations constantly, it can be pretty debilitating. So be nice to yourself. When you're on your journey here, if you feel like you're overwhelmed or you need to take a rest, take a rest. It's okay. Just, yeah, be kind to yourself because a lot of this energy, it has been amplified. Like Scorpios are used to it. It still sucks. Don't get me wrong, but I think we just have a better way of handling it, because we are so used to it. But there are times when it is taxing, even for us. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or, like nothing is going to get better or whatever, just try to stay optimistic. Don't run from the transformation. You're just going to be doing yourself an injustice if you do that. And it's going to come harder, most likely, if you try to run from it. So just try to embrace it. Maybe, I know this is easier said than done sometimes, but try to change your perspective about it. There's always a new beginning after a death. Try to focus on that. Okay. This may require faith in something higher or bigger than yourself, something divine and omnipotent that sees the grand plan. Trust that you are fully supported in this journey and will be carried where you need to go, when you need to be there. Sorry, I paused too long on that, I think. Trust that you are fully supported in this journey and will be carried where you need to go when you need to be there. Whatever the end of this cycle represents for you, know that hope is present. Find a way to grab onto it and trust that after being out at sea for so long, your landing on solid ground is imminent. Basically, this too shall pass. It will. So if you want to go further reflection with this, also, I feel like if you are afraid or struggling, maybe ask yourself why you're afraid of change. I mean, nothing would exist at all without change, not even us. I mean, we were all babies once. We were all, up in the collective, just, energy before we came to be in human form. So everything is constantly changing. Change is the only constant, really. And I know some of the changes can be devastating and really just kind of knock you off balance. But that's an opportunity for you to dig a little deeper within yourself too. And a lot of the time you will find out that you are so much stronger than you ever thought you were. And that's a beautiful thing. And you should celebrate that about yourself too. You are bigger than whatever is happening to you, and you will get through it one way or the other. So the further reflection says, when was the last time you experienced the undeniable synchronicity of it all? You may be seeing synchronicity right now in your life. This is like I know it's been happening for me, so I'm certain that it's been happening for other people as well. Especially because the veil is thin right now. I think that's amplified things too, plus the eclipse, and yeah. On top of that, being Scorpio season, like, it's just, there's so many things being illuminated right now. And I think that a lot of people are going through a lot of upgrades. spiritually and in the 3D reality as well. An alignment of so many serendipitous events that it couldn't be anything other than fate. Try to grab onto that feeling now and know that some magic is afoot. So yeah. You're almost there. You are almost there, just a little while longer. Trust in the universe. I am putting so much more trust in the universe right now than I ever think that I have in my life. Actually, that might not be 100% true, but either way, it feels different this time. All right. Just know that you're going to be okay. And if I don't care, if you need somebody to talk to, just write it in the comments. Just leave me a comment. I'll send you my email, and sometimes people just need somebody to hear them out, and that's okay. And if you need advice, and if I have the right advice to give you, then I will. I don't know why I grabbed that book. I think Spirit wanted me to get to the other ones. Okay. I'm really excited about this. Silky 128. Do you guys know that the story about the Silky? I wonder if it's going to mention that. Okay. There are many thoughts about what the ancient story of the Seal people or Silkies signifies. But for me, it's about the masks we wear, things being taken from us, how we hide parts of ourselves, the longing for home, the call to be wild and free, embracing our true self, answering the call deep within, and sharing our true voice. In Celtic, Scandinavian, and Icelandic mythology, there are different versions of the story. But here's one example. A man finds a Silky, a seal, woman on the beach. He steals her skin, without which she can't return to the sea. He hides it and convinces her to become his wife. Okay, this is hitting a little too close to home here because I am feeling this. The Silky woman feels the ocean calling to her deep within and yearns for it daily. The couple lead a normal human life and have children, but eventually the Silky finds her hidden skin and returns to her home in the sea. It's time to come out of hiding, to show the world who you truly are, to embrace your uniqueness, your weirdness, your you-ness, to swim freely in the ocean of your life. How are you being called to embrace who you truly are? Are there ways that you're hiding your unique light from the world? How can you embrace even more of who you truly are? Are there ways that you're not showing up as your full true self in your life or in your relationships? How are you being called to share your voice? Where do you feel held captive? What do you need to do to feel free? I felt that, dude. Ooh, I felt that in my solar plexus. And in my heart, just Oh, yeah. Where, what do you need to do to feel free? Where do you feel that you're being held captive? Good questions. All right, let's get into this because I am very curious here. Let's see, the musician. I haven't gotten this one out of this deck yet. 132. A ship sits in the dock, ready and waiting to sail on the next tide. But while the sea demands patience, music drifts from the deck, and with it, a voice, one that sings in celebration of the bounty that has brought them to the citadel, and the promise of the next adventure ahead of them. Whatever the musician has, they have worked hard for it, and their gratitude and appreciation of their fortune spurs them on to an even greater future. The musician is the dawn that follows the night, the hopeful optimism after your period of struggle. Oh, sorry, it says after a period, not your period. After facing your problems, you're now in alignment with your true self, or will be soon. And it's time to appreciate yourself for the struggles that you've come through. Given your achievements, you're also in a unique position to provide inspiration to others who are still facing their own personal darkness. Yeah. This kind of reminds me of when I went through my dark night of the soul. I literally thought I was going to die. I literally thought I was going to die. Um, Now, Scorpios are known for going into the depths, like just on a regular basis, daily. But that was the darkest and lowest into the depths that I have ever been. It was, I mean, at one point I can remember just like, am I just going to die right now? Like, is this it? Am I dying? You know? Um, and I had to ask myself, why do I want to live? But in asking myself that, I came to the conclusion that I couldn't live for other people. I mean, you can, in a sense, and you want to, in a sense, but I had to find it. I don't know. I went into it with like, I went deep into it, and I was like, well, what happens if I lost everyone tomorrow? What would happen to me if I lost every single person that I know and love tomorrow? How would I live then? I would have to live for me, right? And then I started doing that. I just started living and making different choices for myself. Choices that made me happy with me. I stopped giving so much of my time and energy and attention to people who weren't giving it back, or to things that weren't really making me happy. Didn't make me feel like I had a purpose, or I don't know. It wasn't, and it's not that those things were bad or anything. It's just, I don't know, I outgrew them, I think. They just didn't hold the same sort of meaning for me anymore. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. If you're going through the dark night of the soul and you're watching this, you will make it through. It's okay to explore. You're going to want to know a lot of things. You're going to question a lot of things. And nobody else will be able to give you the answers except for you. You have to find your own answers in that. You have to figure out how you feel and what do you believe? You know what I mean? It's a very personal, like very sacred process. You're literally going down all the way to the core of your soul, like to the core of your being, to the very depths of your psyche. It's not for the weak-hearted, I will say that. It's pretty scary at times. Sorry. I get this dry skin around my nose when the seasons change. It's kind of annoying. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about that now. We're going to move on. The Herald. 128. Okay. Interesting with this card. Okay. All right. The Herald. Nimble hands pluck at the strings of a lute, and fragrant smoke curls from beneath the wide brim of a hat. The herald exudes an easy sort of charm that draws others to them as they play their tune. But beneath that smile and easy laugh, there is an undercurrent of melancholy. They think back to the day that their life changed, to the flowers on the hillsides, the hares in the grass, the guard waiting in ambush. Would their fate have been different had they taken a different path back then? Or would it still have turned out the same way? It's easy to get caught up in the what ifs, but if you go forward holding on to all of those little regrets, you're going to miss out on the pleasures of the moment. Be your own herald of change and bring something new and more positive into your life. Don't let the force of your own feelings separate you from finding joy in the path you're on now. Well, basically that's saying don't get stuck in the past. The fact of the matter is there's so many what ifs. If you spend all of your time getting caught up in the what ifs, you're going to miss out on what's happening and what could happen. There's so much since we have free will, any situation at any moment in time can change. There's so many different paths and realities that we can be living. So spending time on the what ifs it's not even worth it, really. I know it seems worth it. Trust me, I'm a Scorpio. I'm like, I get caught up in that too sometimes. I'm not going to lie. I think all of us at some point maybe struggle with that. Well, what if I had done this? What if I had said this? What if I acted this way instead, or whatever? Things happen because they're meant to. You take the lesson. Sure, think about the what ifs, but don't get stuck in them, is my advice. Because somewhere in the what if is a lesson. But once you obtain that lesson, once you find that little pearl of wisdom in the, looking back on things, grab it and run. Like, don't get stuck in the what ifs. Okay. The Waker 50. Okay, the Waker. 2 siblings sit in a room, one sleeping, the other awake. Neither moves, neither addresses you. But when they speak, their words are pure prophecy. The Waker is a keeper of knowledge, the one who sees all with an unblinking eye. They see everything that happens in the world and all that will come to pass, but are blinded from self-understanding. Right now, it's important to practice awareness of your surroundings. Current events and the lives of those around you can be overwhelming, but you're only ever seeing part of the story. The ability to think critically and ask key questions is an important skill. Be perceptive about the situations happening around you and trust your own gut before acting. Inner and outer events are connected. Intuition. Instinct. I'm really getting like a as within, so without vibe from that. If you think positive, then you'll bring positive in. Like if you think or have gratitude, right? If you have gratitude, even in the worst of circumstances, If you can find even one simple thing, which really everyone can find one thing. I don't care if it's just that you're breathing, that you woke up today. That's something to be thankful for. And I know that sounds stupid. And I know that's, but it's true. It really is true. Because if you're still here, then you're still able to change things. You still have an opportunity to make your life whatever you want it to be. Sorry. Maybe, wow. Is your throat chakra blocked? Or maybe I'm clearing something out of my own. Jiminy. But yeah, inner and outer events are connected, right? So how do I want to say this? If somebody like treats you poorly, right? That's usually a reflection of them.